What's going on? So I got asked, what did I think about Keyshawn Johnson saying that Paul Pierce could have done what Kevin Durant did in Golden State? Stick to football, Keyshawn. Please do. Stick to football. And while Paul Pierce can kind of save their jobs until Skip Lee's an undisputed, no. Listen, Paul Pierce was a great player, but there are levels and tiers to greatness. Paul Pierce is one of those guys that you could probably debate in the 38 to 68 greatest player of the top 75 if you want to. You know, in the 100 poll, probably 38 to about 66, something like that. Meanwhile, Kevin Durant, if he had won one ring in Brooklyn at the foot on the line, beats Milwaukee, wins a chip, we're talking top 10. We're talking a cat that could be considered 7 to 9 if he wins another ring in MVP and he leads a team. Right now, as it stands, he's probably, I don't know, 16 to 25th, 26th, something like that. But the gap is huge. And I know because, oh, well, he teamed with Steph and Clay and Draymond, but he was a great player. Paul Pierce, a great player, but Durant is a greater player, greater talent. You know, the man is going to be in the top 7 or 8 all-time scoring list if he stays healthy and when it's all said and done. Paul Pierce was never seen as lethal as Kevin Durant as an offensive force. When Paul Pierce had Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen eventually come to Boston and all that, and when they won with their big three, but when they went elsewhere, how did it turn out? Didn't exactly set the world on fire with the Nets. And he went to the Clippers. How did it turn out? So Kevin Durant made a smart choice. I still say he should have stayed in Golden State, but another story, another video, another time. But the point is that I don't know what Keyshawn would. I don't know because they're working together, and it sounds fashionable to say that because I like Paul Pierce, but his ego be cracking me up because when he starts thinking that he's great as Dwayne Wade, I'm like, no, pump the brakes. And you ain't Kevin Durant. You're a great player, but KD is one of those guys that we hold on a higher level. Cass, correct me on how the ego get all like but come on now. And that's why Kevin Durant went after Keyshawn and said what he said. And firstly, Keyshawn to me was always a second tier receiver. When I wait till I get started on football, I'm gonna go in on that. But he was a second tier receiver. He was never first tier. And he was talking about, well, if I had a team with Michael Irvin, Alvin Harper, I said, well, you'd have been neck and neck with Hart because you weren't gonna get Michael Irvin's situation. You weren't that dude. You were good, but you weren't great. And you sure don't have you got a ring, but you don't have the protocol, the switch to really speak on a guy who was better at this sport than you are. And that's one thing I don't like. I don't like it when cats who weren't as good as someone else in another field try to come up and try to throw their weight around because like you weren't. And I like Paul Pierce a lot, but he was not Kevin Durant. But you tell me what you think. Please like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep in mind, watch out for another. And please support the channel. Always taking donations, however you want to do. Appreciate you coming through. Stay blessed, stay safe, stay up. I'm out.